following program contains the opinions of its host and guests, not those of this network. The opinions expressed are for non-commercial informational purposes only. Listeners are cautioned not to rely on program content to treat or prevent disease, but are advised to consult with a licensed healthcare professional where they live for diagnosis and treatment of disease.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Hello and welcome to Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Dr. Joel Wallach, your host, a veterinarian and physician. And I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to die at 75.5 like their parents and grandparents. I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to be sick and miserable for the last 15 to 20 years of their life like their parents and grandparents. We do have lines open. Give us a call, toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Oh, my goodness, a lot of stuff going on. One of America's greatest news heroes, Rush Limbaugh, died this morning at age 70. They just quickly said, okay, he died of lung cancer, and, wipe their hands. They're going to put him in the box and bury him. Well, I'm going to know more because there's many things that cause lung cancer, one of which, of course, contributes heavily to it is smoking, and he was a heavy cigar smoker. There's also a toxin called aflatoxin, which causes liver cirrhosis, acute death. In 1962, 100,000 turkeys died in England because their food pellets were contaminated with this aflatoxin, from this bread mold, called aspergillus flavus. Now, it's very common in tobacco. So the tobacco industry uses a black light to, flash it on the tobacco as they're making cigars and cigarettes and chewing tobacco and stuff. And it fluoresces. That's what they call it, flavus, because it will fluoresce in the dark in the presence of a black light or ultraviolet light. So I want everybody to get one. You can get them. They're the size of a cell phone. You can run on batteries and so forth. When you go shopping, when you buy bread, you want to check out the bread loaf. You want to check out the peanuts. You want to check out popcorn when you get it already popped and stuff like that, and see if there's any fluorescence on it. If there's fluorescence on it, it's got that aflatoxin on it. And so how many smokers get lung cancer because they're smoking tobacco that's afflicted and infected with aflatoxin from aspergillus, which is a quote called a bread mold, but it's highly toxic at low levels. And there's a thing going on now with this MISC, which is multiple inflammatory syndrome in children. There's several thousand occurring every day in each state. These kids have this, and they attribute it to kind of a low-grade infection, to the COVID SARS-CoV-2, which that combination is kind of the predecessor to COVID-19, and it's all written up in the book in the CD Hell's Kitchen. And so I want everybody to read that, but you need to get one of these things and save your family, particularly if they're smokers and stuff like that, or if they're drinkers, because the alcohol can be, fermented grains, wheat flour can all be contaminated with this aflatoxin stuff. And to say, liver cancer runs in our family, lung cancer runs in our family, everybody's a smoker. Well, there's a lot of people who smoke who don't get lung cancer. Why is that? Well, maybe they're getting their cigars from Virginia instead of Cuba. Well, Cuban cigars are the best. Well, that's what they say, but I want to flash an ultraviolet light on it to see if it's going to fluoresce and has aflatoxin contamination. So I'm going to work on that. Okay, anyway, everything continues to go up. Right now, of course, we're at 27,640,359 infections in the USA from the pandemic virus. We have 486,147 dead. And then when you look at India, for instance, India has, India has 155,913 dead. What, only 155,000? Yeah. They have about 25% or less of the infections we have, and they have 1.4 billion people. Okay? They also have 10,987,320 infections. Okay, about a third of the infections we have. But they have 4 or 5 times the population we got. What's going on? Well, 2/3 of their population live on rice and sweet potatoes. Only 1/3, or even 1/4, lives on wheat. And the ones in the northern states, okay, the 9 states in India, have 95% of the deaths and 84% of the infections. In the southern 2/3 has only 5% of the deaths and only 14% of the infections. Same people, same homogeneous people, but the ones in the south are living on rice and sweet potatoes and beans and seaweed because they live next to the ocean. And so that's why I want everybody, in addition to your 90 essential nutrients, right now you want to get our Fucoid Z if you want capsules. It comes in a liquid form called Z Radical. It's all the seaweed from the oceans. And we have another one of my favorites from the ocean. It's called Ocean's Gold. Okay, it's from the other ocean. So we have 2 oceans representative here. And you need these nutrients for your bone marrow to respond to the vaccine. Vaccines do not kill the virus. Vaccines do not kill the virus. Vaccines do not kill the virus. Okay? Vaccines just alert your body to the bad DNA and RNA. And guess what? Your body has to respond. You have to be able to absorb the nutrients, go through the bloodstream to your bone marrow, and your bone marrow has to be healthy enough to accept those nutrients and make white blood cells and red blood cells and platelets and antibodies to go and kill and eat the viruses. All 4 of those things have to happen. So pay attention to those details. Get off all the bad stuff, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens. Get on the heavy hammer now, of course, the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. I want to throw in the MSM. I also want you to use our Fucoid Z, our Z Radical. Don't forget the Ocean's Gold, Killer Biotic. We have a hand sanitizer, which I use 4, 5, 8, 10 times a day. And don't forget our colloidal silver. Put 2 droppers full of that under your tongue half hour before each meal and half hour before bed. It kills everything. Back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. You have an open line today. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call us between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080. Toll free, 888-379-2552. Lines open. Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Longevity's ancient legacy, true aromatherapy, is no exception. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation. Longevity's ancient legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide. Many ancient legacy oils come directly from families in the East which have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years. Keep Ancient Legacy's tea tree oil in your medicine chest for first aid. Tea tree oil is great for soothing the itching and stinging associated with insect bites, burns, scrapes, and other skin irritations. It's also effective as an antiseptic. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
Hello, Judy DeVilbus here. If I could only afford to get one product out of everything, that product would be the Ultimate Classic. It has the vitamins, the minerals, the bioflavonoids. It even has grapeseed extract. The one product that would give you just about everything under the sun you would need for a perfect nutritional program would be the Ultimate Classic. By the way, people that are on the go, it's very, very hard to take the liquids with them when they go on their trip to get their supplements in every day. Well, you know something? You can use the Ultimate Daily Tablets and the Mineral Capsules. When I'm going on a trip, if I have enough room, I just take the 2 bottles with me. If not, just use a little baggie and take a couple of daily doses with you. It's very simple. It's very easy. There's no mess, no fuss, no refrigeration. Just take your capsules, take your tablets, and you're finished for the day.
To order these products, call your local Longevity distributor today.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And today's figures, comparing Texas with Vietnam, of course. Vietnam has 96 million people. Texas has 29 million, about a third of the population. Vietnam has 2,000, as of this morning, this morning's numbers, 2,228 infections, 2,228 infections, and 35 dead. Texas, okay, one-third of the population with 29 million, has, let's see here, 2,563,949 infections. There's 2,518,949 more than 2,228. There's 40,593 dead, more than 35. Yeah, and so it's 1,000 times more. So what's the difference? Well, Texas, depending on what county you look at, is 40, 50, 60% Latinos, blacks, and Native American tribes, indigenous peoples, all of whom live on wheat, butter, and oats. And Vietnam lives on rice and sweet potatoes and beans and maize, a.k.a. corn, and algae from the oceans. So their bone marrows are alive, their villi and their intestines are alive, so they can absorb nutrition, okay, from the algae from the ocean, all the minerals, and goes to their bone marrow to make white blood cells and antibodies and kills the viruses. It's that simple. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
Well, I thought we'd talk a little bit about cancer, as I've got a story here, headline, Battling Cancer and Preventing Cancer Recurrence with Cruciferous Vegetables. And this is a study that came from South Dakota State University. And they said that these cruciferous vegetables are reported to contain a compound called phenolphyll isothiocyanate, and it can halt tumor formation and metastasis of cancer stem cells, can also stop the proliferation of cultured cancer stem cells. And they say these vegetables are members of the mustard family and come in various colors, shapes, and sizes. Rich in essential nutrients such as vitamin C, E, K, and folate, also excellent sources of fiber, phytonutrients, and help combat various diseases aside from antioxidant and anti-inflammatory beta-carotene, lutein, and zeaxanthin. They also contain anti-cancer compounds called glucosinolates, and studies have found that these chemicals can prevent or fight cancer by neutralizing cancer-causing molecules, reducing inflammation, inhibiting cancer cell proliferation, and protecting cells from oxidative damage. So there you go. Get your cabbage going there.
Yeah, well, like all things, that's 99.9% true. There's a little piece that the cruciferous vegetables also suppress the conversion of iodine into the thyroid hormone, and so they actually can suppress the thyroid gland. So if you're going to eat all those cruciferous vegetables, make sure in addition to your 90, you're taking our Fucoid Z capsules and our Z radical liquid, and don't forget the Ocean's Gold. And that'll make your thyroid gland happy to, get all those various weird minerals from the oceans. And so, it's a complete picture. And that's why I love some of these science programs and research projects. They focus in on one thing, and they find a very clear pattern, which is very, very useful. And when you combine 10 clear patterns, you can solve a lot of problems. And so you don't want to just eat all the bad foods and just eat a lot of cabbage and think that's going to save you, okay? You can have cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale, but you also need to take your Fucoid Z, your Z Radical, your Ocean's Gold, your Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Don't forget your MSM, your vitamin D3, and don't forget your hand sanitizer. Don't forget your colloidal silver. I take 2 droppers full of that under my tongue a half hour before each meal. I take 2 droppers full under my tongue a half hour before bed with the colloidal silver. And, it kills everything. It's been around. It's been the antibiotic in history for thousands of years. It only sort of got dampened down and put on the shelf 1938, I believe it was, when they discovered penicillin. And, of course, everybody could, go get colloidal silver even from the feed store where you got stuff for your animals. And so doctors love penicillin because you had to get a prescription from them to get the penicillin. Back after these messages.
And we do have some open lines. If you've ever had trouble getting into the show, today is your day, as I do have an open line. Call us on the priority line, 831-685-1080. Toll free, 888-379-2552. Lines open.
If weight loss is your goal, try Youngevity Slender FX Keto Caramel Weight Management Bars and Shake. Designed to enhance any low carbohydrate or low glycemic diet by supplying the energizing and filling protein dieters need without unhealthy excess carbs, a keto diet known for its low carb intake, pushing the body to produce ketones from fat. Used as energy, a state known as ketosis, by using fat, not carbohydrates, as fuel in this metabolic state. A keto diet supports and promotes healthy weight management for optimal health. With this system, you should be able to lose 1 to 2 pounds each day. So, what are you waiting for? Start helping people today with your own home-based business.
In recent years, several studies have discovered the healthy benefits of drinking coffee. Youngevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Youngevity's JavaFit selection of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% premium, hand-selected Arabica coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America. Carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. Try JavaFit's original roast, a perfect blend of mellow and smooth with just the right full-bodied depth to make an aromatic and enjoyable cup of coffee. Traditional as well as organic and fair trade options also available in 30-count single cup or 24-count single pot packs. Contact your local FDI Youngevity distributor to get Javalution coffees. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call, toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And Charmaine, you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Now, I'm just always in awe of you, okay? I'm in awe of you. You live in Michigan, which has, a lot of unhealthy stuff going on in Michigan. You're probably one of the healthiest persons in the state. And let's see, do you prefer the Ocean's Gold or the Fucoid Z, or do you take both of them?
I take them both, but I take more Fucoid Z than I do Ocean's Gold.
Okay, well, I do the same thing. I take 3 of the Fucoid Z twice a day. I take 3 of the Ocean's Gold twice a day. Okay, now, Also, what about our hand sanitizer? Do you use that at all?
I do, yes, of course.
Okay. And let's see here. Do you have any respiratory stuff? Are you a smoker or anything like that?
Never. No, and I do not have respiratory stuff. The only thing, when I go to Costco, when us girls go to Costco and we have to wear those masks, that we all get a runny nose from wearing that mask, which is unhealthy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but you got to do it anyway to protect yourself from everybody else. Okay. Now, let's see here. Do you eat pizza?
Yeah, but I eat it with the cauliflower crust, yeah.
Ah, gluten-free crust, okay. What do you eat for breakfast?
2 eggs every morning with cheese on them.
Well, you're not supposed to eat dairy and eggs because of the cholesterol.
No, I don't care what my cholesterol is. I don't even bother checking it.
Well, isn't cholesterol the thing that clogs your arteries?
No, fried foods and oil and burnt animal fat is what clogs your arteries, which I don't eat.
Okay. Yeah, you stay away. I know you are persnickety about staying away from the bad stuff, so I'm very proud of you. Okay. Another one. Let's see here. What about our selenium? How much of our selenium do you take, which reduces your risk of cancer and liver disease and stuff like that? How much of that do you take?
2 or 4 a day, every day.
Mm-hmm. 2 to 4, okay.
Every day.
You only weigh about 100 pounds, 110 pounds, right?
A little over 100 pounds, yep.
I take 3 twice a day. I weigh 142. But I tell you, most people think you're in your 40s. Most people think I'm in my 50s. That's not bad for 2 people who are, give or take a little bit, 80 years old. And is it worth? I mean, it costs you maybe $5, $6, $7 a day to, kind of like an expensive cup of Starbucks coffee per day. Do you think it's worth it to add 25 to 50 healthy years of your life by taking the supplements?
Of course. Look at the news today. Rush Limbaugh is dead at 70. I mean, he was eating drugs and selling drugs for a while. He's obviously a smoker. Is it worth it to me? No. I don't take chances like that.
Yeah. He gave up 50 years of his life by poor choices. Well, thank you for your insight, dear, and your experience. Everybody loves the Shar, and we'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 888-379-2552. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables. And besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
This is the ZBS Radio Network.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here from Youngevity 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And again, just a quick comparison between people who eat a lot of gluten and people who eat only rice and sweet potatoes and seaweed. The Japanese, as of this morning, have 6,964 dead, 414,000 infections, okay? And let's see here. The Mexicans, okay, have 657,207 dead and 1,995,892 infections. By tomorrow, it'll be 2 million infections, okay? And so it's one of those things where it's, what can I say? You have to make sure that you're staying away from the bad stuff. You have to eat like an Asian. Do not eat like, somebody who's eating wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Okay, whether you're black or Latino or Native American, all of those people have high rates of COVID, not because of their race. It's not a racial thing. It's a cultural thing. It's their diet. Change your diet, and you'll add 25 to 50 healthy years of your life. Oh, yeah, don't forget the 90. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Florida. And Chris, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Chris, you're on the air. How can we help you?
Yes, I got three questions that pertain to the same thing. How do you determine if you have candida, and if you do have it, how do you remove it? And when you say no sugar, does that include natural sugar found in fruit?
Okay. Natural sugar in fruit's fine. As long as I have a banana or orange every morning for breakfast. I'll have an apple in the afternoon before our show. That's fine. But no sugar, okay? And then how do you find out if you have candida? Well, it's very simple. You need to get access to a microscope, and you can urinate on a slide and look at it under the microscope and see if you have candida. It's very simple. You put a little maybe ink or something just from, like a liquid ink, put it on there, and the candida looks like little eggs, but they're, tiny little microscopic things. They're yeast, of course. And the same way, if you want to, you can go to a doctor and get a test, and he can scratch your skin and put an antigen on there. If it reacts properly, then you've got candida. If you get no reaction from it, you don't have candida. But I would do it all yourself. I wouldn't go to a doctor because he'll find Candida because he's got kids in college and needs the tuition. Okay, Doug, we got time to start another one, or?
Well, if you got it, how do you remove it?
Okay. Charmaine, what would you use to get rid of Candida if you had it?
I'd use colloidal silver and killer biotic.
Well, you get an A triple plus here. Yep. Number one, you need to take the 90 essential nutrients. Stay away from all the bad foods, fried foods, processed meats, oils, and glutens. You want to take our colloidal silver. Okay, 2 droppers full under your tongue, 30 minutes for each meal, 30 minutes for bedtime, and use the skin sanitizer. Okay, and you got to wash everything carefully. Make sure that everybody in the household is doing the same thing. You don't want to be shaking hands with somebody that's got Candida. That's why you want to use the hand sanitizer at home, and because people are outside with doorknobs and this, that, and the other. They come home and they give you a hug, pat you on the face. They can transfer it. You be working hard all day to get rid of it. You can pick it up right away when somebody comes home from work, okay? So it's a constant battle, but if you're taking all 90 essential nutrients like Char and I do, and you're supporting your immune system, Candida is about as dangerous as sunshine. Back after these messages.
And that does open a line. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call us toll-free, 888-379-2552. On the priority line, 831-685-1080. Lines open. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity 90 for Life Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And in addition to your 90, okay, you want to take your Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, the MSM. Don't forget the vitamin D3, which makes your bones healthy, so your bone marrow can make white blood cells and antibodies. So the vitamin D3 is very important. Even if you live in a sunshine state, most people don't get naked and lay out in the sun for 4 hours a day. They go outside in the sun, they wear a big brim straw hat, and they sit in the shade. So you still need, even if you live in a sunshine state, you still need to take 3 of our vitamin D3 capsules or 3 spritzes from our liquid 3 times a day, particularly now with this bad boy, okay, the pandemic virus running around. And, oh, yeah, there's clones of these variants, okay, now. And they're coming from South Africa. They're coming from Brazil. They're coming from the UK. They're 70 times more infected. Okay, they're 70 times more infective. In other words, they're more dangerous to spread from one person to the next. But also, okay, they're more deadly. Now, they haven't given a percentage or a number, but they're just saying that these variants are more deadly. And 38 states have shown positives for these variants right now, 38 U.S. states. And so they're looking for another big, huge spike coming up here in a month or two or three as soon as these variants get a good foothold. And they're trying to adjust the vaccines and so forth. But don't depend on that, okay? You get your hand sanitizer from Youngevity. You get your colloidal silver. You take your 90 essential nutrients. Don't forget your vitamin D3. I mean, even Fauci says that vitamin D3 is one of the more important vitamins when you have this thing going around. Well, why is it important? Well, because it makes your bone marrow healthy, vitamin D3. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to California. And Carol, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hey, Carol, you're on the air. How can we help you?
Okay, 28-year-old woman, 192 pounds, lupus, had a transplanted kidney a year ago, just one kidney, has high blood pressure, protein in the urine, and an update on the trachea situation. She had such high blood pressure, was hospitalized, had a seizure. They put the trach in. Now, about a year later, they're looking at removing it. When they first removed it, she was short of breath, so they kept it in. So now they're considering it this late in the day. What would you recommend for her?
Okay, one more piece. How tall is she?
Oh, brother, I didn't get
is she
that.
Your height?
Sorry.
Have you seen her?
I'd say so, about 5'5".
Okay, so about 5'5". Okay. Charmaine, what would you do for Carol's friend here? She's 5'5", 192 pounds, so she's at least 40, 50 pounds overweight, okay, 28 years old. She has high blood pressure, kidney issues, and lupus, of course. Is lupus an autoimmune disease, Charmaine? No, absolutely not. You get an A triple plus. It's actually a manifestation of a gluten issue because you get this rosacea on their face. They get fibromyalgia and all this kind of stuff. And your doctors will just give you cortisone and prednisone, and the rosacea kind of gets better and you feel better, but it keeps getting worse because they haven't dealt with getting rid of the gluten and taking the 90. So what would you give her friend at 192 pounds who needs to lose 40, 50 pounds and has a diagnosis of lupus, kidney issues, and high blood pressure?
Okay, well, first of all, she's got to get on a gluten-free diet. No wheat, barley, rye, or oats, no oils of any kind, no fried foods, and no burnt animal fat. Then I would get her on 2 healthy brain and heart packs. I would add to that the Ultimate Daily Classic, at least 2 bottles of it, and I would get her on vitamin D3.
Okay, you're breaking up there, dear. You're breaking up. Speak into the phone.
And should get on, I would get her on some MSM, too.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, MSM. And what would you do for all this sort of inflammation going on in her intestines and skin? Now, you said the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets, that's for the kidneys and the high blood pressure. I'd have her take, at her body weight, I'd have her take 3 of those. Since you got all those issues, I'd have her take 3 times a day, 3 bottles a month. And did you say what she should take to help her lose that 40, 50 pounds?
No, but what she needs to do is 2 of her meals a day got to be the keto bars and or shakes.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you get an A++. And what would you do to help her with oxygen? Because she's got, it goes along with gluten issues that she has a lung problem, a respiratory problem, and that's why that trach helps her with respiration. What would you give her? What's a supplement she could take to give her more oxygen?
Oxybody Cherry Berry, of course.
Well, you get a AAA+, okay? That's why you're the Char. Absolutely. It's a beautiful liquid, tastes good. Even little kids like it. She could take an ounce of that 3 times a day, okay? And but if she takes 192 pounds, if she takes 2 of the Healthy Brain and Heart Packs that Char recommended, she'll be able to take 3 of the EFAs twice a day and 3 of the EFA pluses twice a day, and this lung issue could go away because that's caused by deficiency of nutrients, okay? And it goes along with lupus, which is a deficiency of nutrients, and both of them in the intestines and skin are caused, and the artery walls and everything are caused by consumption of gluten and not taking the 90. And so this is a process here. She's got to get on the 90, got to get rid of all the gluten, as Char points out, take these secret sauces that Char laid out, and then call us every couple of weeks, if you would, Carol, and give us a progress report on this gal. We want to know how much she weighs. We want to know what her blood pressure is. We want to know how her rosacea on her face is, because that's one of the first things that'll kind of go away. Her respiration will get better, okay? And she may also have osteoporosis of the skull. That's a possibility of causing all kinds of other issues and so forth. And so this is an ongoing issue. So she'll have to do this stuff forever, not just until she gets better. She'll never be able to go back to her old ways. Otherwise, all this bad stuff will come back. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's stay in California and head over to Hal. You're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hal, you're on the air. How can we help you?
Hi, Dr. Wallach. I just had a question for a 10-year-old girl. She has some issues with her ankles, both ankles, like pain on her ankles, and it's been about 4 or 5 weeks. And so,
okay, how much does she weigh?
Well, she's height-weight proportional. She's a healthy girl that way, and normally athletic.
What did you say?
Go bad.
Okay, you say 10 years old. You think she weighs 60, 70, 80 pounds in there somewhere?
Yeah, I would say that, yeah.
Okay, Charmaine, what would you give this young girl? Maybe 60 to 80 pounds. She has leg pain, ankle pain. She's an athlete, so that will contribute to pressure on her joints. What would you give her at 10 years of age?
Well, I'd get her off the gluten, too, even though she's only 10 years old. No wheat, barley, rye, or oats, no fried foods, no burnt animal fat, and no oils. And then I'd get her on a healthy bone and joint pack, and I would add to it the MSM and probably Pro Joint. Sounds like she's got a problem with stuff like that. And, yeah.
And what would you give her for what would you give her, for energy if she's a young athlete? Are you going to give her colas and Red Bull?
No. I'd give her the Rebound. She'd probably love the Rebound.
Oh, yeah, she'll love the Rebound. And she could take the Oxybody also in the Rebound. And, again, the Rebound comes 30 of these little pouches in a box. Just take a handful of those pouches with you and, take our Icelandic water with you. And when you get someplace, you can tear the top off one of those little pouches and put it in the Icelandic water. That's one of our products. And it's a highly mineralized water from, as the name implies, Iceland, okay? And then we also have the 12-ounce cans. I go through about 2 of those 12-ounce cans a day of the Rebound. And we invented that for Theo Ratliff, tremendous, famous basketball player who'd lost his contracts. We rebuilt him with a healthy bone and joint pack, built the Rebound for him, and he got a $35 million contract. Do you think he thinks it works? Well, that's why his picture is on the label. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach.
If you're looking for a quality multivitamin and mineral product, grab yourself Youngevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine, a blend of plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. This all-natural product contains no starch, wheat, or yeast, with no artificial sweeteners or preservatives, and it's glycemic friendly. Each scoop of the NutriCrystals contain equal amounts of all the nutrients. It starts out as a liquid, then is freeze-dried to ensure each scoop has the same nutrients as the last scoop. So if you want to get your hands on a quality nutritional supplement designed to give the body the raw materials it needs to rebuild, Youngevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine is available in 1-pound canisters and also in 30-count on-the-go stick packs. Contact your local Youngevity associate and get this great multivitamin and mineral product, and don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
The antioxidants found in many fruits and vegetables are known to help support and promote good health. Research has also shown that dark chocolate, once known as the food of the gods, is rich in healthy nutrients. In fact, dark chocolate is higher in antioxidant content than any other food. Youngevity has combined a proprietary blend of velvety rich dark chocolate with whole fruit pulp and whole fruit juice extracts from mangosteen, goji or wolfberry, acai berry, and cherry, along with vitamins and minerals, producing a smooth, rich, delectable concentrate called Cocogevity. It tastes so great, I sometimes drink it right out of the bottle or pour it over ice cream. Cocogevity is highly bioavailable, meaning your body will absorb and make use of all of these healthy nutrients. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here from Youngevity 95 Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Pennsylvania. And Steve, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hey, Steve, you're on the air. How can we help you?
Hi, Dr. Wallach. I have a gentleman, 79 years old, 190 pounds, 6'1", and he's got a bladder stone. He wants to know what he could take for that.
Okay. All right. Does he have any other issues, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, anything like that?
Well, he didn't ask me. I mean, he didn't mention any of that to me. He just was interested in what to do about the stone.
Okay, Charmaine, what causes kidney stones and bladder stones? Is it too much calcium in your diet?
It's not enough calcium.
Where does the calcium come from?
Your bones. It's your parathyroid gland is robbing calcium out of your bones to satisfy the blood's need for calcium, or you'll die.
Okay. Very good. Okay. And so what would you give him at 190 pounds? What would you give him to deal with these bladder stones?
I would get him on 2 healthy brain and heart packs, and then I would add to it the MSM, vitamin D3 for absorption, and obviously he's got to get on a gluten-free diet, no wheat, barley, rye, or oats, and no oils, and no fried foods, and no burnt animal fat.
Okay, and what would you give him sort of as a relaxant and anti-inflammatory, all that kind of stuff, to kind of quiet everything down so he can dissolve and pass that stone?
Well, there's different things we got. One of the CM soft gels. You could take those.
Absolutely. Okay, and wouldn't hurt to throw in some Oxybody. You could take Oxybody. You could take an ounce of that twice a day. That'll calm things down. And since he doesn't have prostate cancer, I'd also throw in the ProstFX, okay, so that the prostate can relax and help pass that stone, okay? It's one of those things where this is a absolute thing. You hit the nail on the head again, you get a AAA, because he's got osteoporosis. The odds are at 79 years old, he also has osteoporosis of the skull, and he might have ringing in the ears and balance problems and a loss of the sense of smell and atrial fibrillation, all this stuff. And so it all comes down to nutritional deficiencies, and his parathyroid glands are pulling the calcium out of his bones to maintain calcium, and his body's doing what it's supposed to do under the circumstances. Okay?
Yep, and he's People got to learn their bodies are castle. They just got to learn to take care of the castle.
Well, there you go. You have no place else to live.
That's right.
You have somebody like Rush Limbaugh. Money was not an object for him. He could have access to any place he wanted, and yet he died of something that was totally preventable, okay, because of the habits he chose. And we will all miss him. He was a great guy. And just remember, you want to get a hold of one of these black lights, so you can, use the black light when you go shopping to see if any of these products fluoresce. Because don't forget, the aflatoxin causes cancer. Everybody knows about the liver cancer piece, but it's also, I looked it up, can also cause lung cancer and pancreatic cancer and all kinds of other things. And so, remember, it killed 100,000 turkeys in England because their peanut meal that was in their little food pellets for the turkeys had the aflatoxin in it and wiped out 100,000 turkeys in one day. Okay? So, if you're going to have a bad habit like smoking, you want to make sure that your cigars and your cigarettes don't have aflatoxin in them. And that's what this little black light will be for, to check out your tobacco sources and make sure that there's no fluorescence there, because it will fluoresce in the dark if there's aflatoxin. That's why it's called aspergillus flavus, okay, because it gives you a yellow light. It's one of those things where we have to be responsible, because the bad guys will do anything to get your money, okay, including doctors who have kids in college and the tuition is due. So be careful. And I want to thank everybody. Thank you so much, Charmaine. Super job as usual. Thank you, Doug. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.
When those aches and pains in your knees, elbows, hands, shoulders, and back crop up, reach for Youngevity's CM Cream. Put CM Cream on a Q-tip and put it in your ear canal for relief from headaches and sinus pressure. A topical temporary relief from minor aches and pains of muscles and joints associated with strains, sprains, and simple backaches. Why take aspirin or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs that can cause stomach bleeding and liver damage? Just apply CM Cream liberally to the affected areas, and within 20 minutes or so, you'll have relief from those nagging minor aches and pains. You'll feel better for up to 4 to 5 hours. So the next time you have achy joints or muscles, do what I do. Reach for CM Cream for relief. And for systemic relief, reach for CM Plus capsules. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.